Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s final mission is to save Hydra. What's up, YouTubers of the world? MegaGeekMixer here with a review on the season premiere of the final season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as they have made their way back in time to 1931, where they must save Hydra in order to save S.H.I.E.L.D. And why is that? Well, it's because of those Chronicons. As I'm sure you guys all remember, back in last season, we were given a little side plot about what they were up to, only to find out they were going to be enemy for this season. And it turns out the reason they want S.H.I.E.L.D. destroyed is because if they want to be able to take over Earth, they have to get rid of S.H.I.E.L.D. since that's the only thing standing in their way of taking it over in the present timeline. But to do that, they must make sure S.H.I.E.L.D. never existed in the first place. And how do they do that? By going after the people who would make Hydra. That's right, guys. They're going after the people who are going to be the ones who are the founders of Hydra, so that way, if there is no Hydra, there is no S.H.I.E.L.D. Simple as that. Basically, one of those things. Basically, just like what it is with Avengers Endgame. Go back in time, try to stop something or try to fix something. In this case, it's the Chronicons going back in time to try to mess something up while the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are trying to make sure everything stays as it is. But it is funny how they do mess with it here when they're going into their dialogues with Agent Mag, Daisy, Deke, and the life model decoy of Phil Coulson, and how they're talking about, shouldn't we not be doing this? Couldn't it cause butterfly effect, and this and that and this? It actually even gets to the spot where you see Mac was being so strict about making sure we don't say anything that could upset the timeline, and then later on in the episode, he slips it out. Well, he nearly slips it out to a kid who turned out to be a main focus of this plot here. You just didn't know it. And he slips it out to him on what's going to happen to President Roosevelt with what he's going to do. That's right, guys. We get President Roosevelt in this, who at first the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are thinking that the Chronicons were going after him, but no, that wasn't the case. It was actually this kid that Max accidentally slipped future things to come was saying, and that kid is named Fred Malik. In other words, the father or the ancestor of Gideon Malik. You guys remember Gideon Malik? He was the one who was having that monolith and was trying to bring back Hive and everything. Yeah, so basically that's what it was there. They were trying to go after this kid back in the time when he was still a kid, and so the Chronicons could kill him, so that way they can get rid of S.H.I.E.L.D. But oh nope, not gonna happen, because Agent S.H.I.E.L.D. not too far behind, as they are there to save the day. But I must say, boy, did I love having Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back, in the sense of seeing all the action, all the spying scenes. It really brought back the memories about why I loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the first place. And might I say, when I saw Daisy taking on those Chronicons, when they found out who she was, when they were doing their undercover spy mission right there, how she earthquake uppercut that guy was just completely badass. That was unbelievable. I loved it. But what I was also stunned by was that when she and Deke went undercover at a bar, boy, did that Daisy look stunning. I was just like, damn, girl, you are fine. And I'm not lying on that end, guys. You cannot deny that you found her looking just fine, because I sure could not stop looking at her dressed up like that. But it was great to know that her being back in the action and everything brings back memories of why I love Daisy and her actions and everything, even though I still admit she's got her flaws here and there. And yeah, they were kind of shown here, especially with the whole LMD of Phil Coulson here. But it was great for her to be trying to connect with the Coulson LMD, because if you guys don't know, this LMD Coulson is different from other LMDs, and that in fact he's also got Chronicon technology in him. And the reason for that is because they feel that with the Chronicon technology, he'll be able to know some things that'll make him be able to help Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as they're trying to stop the Chronicons from their missions. And speaking of Chronicons, we forgot to mention Enoch. If some of y'all don't remember from last season, Enoch had a choice between choosing his race or or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He ended up choosing them. And yeah, he doesn't play much of a role in this other than being observer and helping out, but it is still great to see him. And as for the Coulson LMD, I loved how Clark Gregg played him at the beginning. When he woke up to find himself being an LMD, he had all the memories of Coulson from all the experience we've seen from him, from his time in the MCU to all of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season to when he passed away back in season 4. Or, no, that was 5. Sorry, guys. My memory got a little messed up right there. But either way, yeah, when he found that out, when he went into this acting mode of being the robot and having all this stuff processed to him, I was just like, whoa, easy, man, you're gonna explode. But seriously, Clark Gregg just nailed it right there. I was just like, dang, Clark Gregg, you doing a great job on that one. I was serious. And the way he acted like that robot, like it was about to malfunction and stuff, or overload, wow, awesome stuff. But I did also like how Mac was making sure to know that we all need to focus and let's think wisely about this here. This is why I've always liked him as the director. He's always got the clear-headedness to know what we need to do here. It's not like he had anything against the Coulson LMD. He just needed to first process everything that was going on with them being back in the past and what was going on. Then when he finally got it and everything, he fully understood why LMD Coulson was needed. But he has said that he is going to be looking back and seeing if he'll change his mind about this, meaning he's on board with it just for the mission, but after which we'll see what happens there. But now that we got that out of the way, we also got to talk about some other things that happen here, such as in the fact of one such actor who makes his on and off appearances in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and that is what's his name again? Patton Oswalt, aka Eric Kanan, aka Bill Kanan, and all the Kanans that we're seeing throughout the season. If you guys don't remember, he first showed up in season 1, was killed by Grant Morrison, and then another one showed up at the new headquarters at the end of season 1 and stuff. And just so you know, there are 4 Patton Oswalt who plays as that character Kanan. There are 4 of them. Yeah, there are 4 of them. All of them are brothers, and they have one sister. I wonder if we'll see her again. And that sister's name is L.T. Kanan, the older sister of them, who likes to pick on him and stuff. But we didn't get to see her. We actually got to see an ancestor of Eric, of the Kanan brothers. Yeah, he is actually some sort of undercover agent here himself. I think some New York agent or something. And yeah, to see him in this timeline and to actually see him not as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet, to see where he is right there, I was just like, I'll be damned, man. I'll be damned. Because the fact that instead of him being the loyal agent he is back there, and now he's in this part where he's having to negotiate with Mac and Coulson, not knowing who they are, definitely a flip around things. And things are about to get even more flipped around as he is now about to be brought in on what Agent Mac and all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents are doing here and what's really going on. In other words, they're about to reveal to this guy what their mission is. Could that be risky with the time stream and everything? Maybe, maybe not, because here's the thing. Some things about these time things is that you don't know if you really are affecting the timeline. There's a good chance you are, but there's also that tiny % chance that this was meant to happen. So maybe them telling him is how this Kanan guy's descendants afterward become part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And that would make perfect sense. It really would. But what else is there I want to talk about? Well, there's not really much else other than the fact that we see a bit more of Agent Simmons and, Yo-Yo. I almost forgot about her. She ends up getting new mechanical bionic arms that were similar to the one that Coulson had the last time before he passed away in season 5 that looks even more realistic now than what it was. And it actually showed Yo-Yo with having something of accepting who she is sort of thing here, and how the robotic arms she had were more mechanical, not human-like. and she was fine with having him, and she's accepted who she is, which is good and all. But it also helps to see her and Gemma bond, because I hardly remember seeing those two actually talking that much. I mean, sure, they talked a little sometimes, but not too much here. And how like Gemma was helping her to come to understand that the situation calls for you need to have these things so you can fit in with society in this new timeline era. By the way, speaking of this new, not this new timeline, in the past. Speaking of being in the past, I think they said they're going to be maybe swapping from the past and the future. I can't remember exactly, but we'll just have to wait and see on that end. And speaking of Gemma, I tend to forget about how her personality's taken such a dark turn, because after Quig knocked out one of these ancient Chronicons and took them back to the Zephyr, we got to see how she interrogated him, and then this time she's using some virus and she ain't hesitating at all. I kind of forgot about this dark turn she took, all thanks to everything that's happened and all the difficult choices they had to make. Although in this case, though, they didn't have to worry too much about it. But definitely, guys, it was a great premiere. I definitely love the way we're starting things, and I can't wait to see more of what's coming. Also, I know I may not be the only one, or maybe I might be, but I really hope Deacon and Daisy do get together, because I really think they make a great couple. But until then, guys, I'm going to leave it all at that. And hey, if you're enjoying my videos, all you got to do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to be notified of when I make more videos. And until then, MegaGeekMixer signing out. Bye!